After Fred Matiang'i had declared his interest to be in the ballot 2027 as a presidential candidate, State House is now after his life. And as I was just doing my research, I came across People's Daily newspaper. And the People's Daily newspaper is exposing William Ruto's plan on Fred Matiang'i and how he planned to twist Fred Matiang'i not to be in the ballot 2027, as it is well written bold in black that inside the state plan to tame Matiang'i. Then the most interesting part of the story written below is that Kenya Kwanza to pounce on the former powerful Interior Minister force he formally declares bid to run for the presidency in 2027. I'm still repeating, Kenya Kwanza to pounce on the former powerful Interior. Then Ruto moves to calm Mount Kenya ahead of tour. So there are two things this People's Daily newspaper is telling us. The first one, Mount Kenyan people had endorsed Fred Matiang'i. And you are all aware of that. Through Jeremiah Kioni, Jubilee Party Secretary General, he had endorsed Fred Matiang'i, and I believe that Uhuru Kenyatta is the one who decided to give Matiang'i to the people in the mountain. The number two, William Ruto fears Fred Matiang'i. And because he had been rejected in Mount Kenya, he had to rush there and calm the people in the mountain. And the question is, how are Mount Kenyan's people going to accept William Ruto after all this political betrayal? Because they are saying they gave William Ruto, Rigathi Gachagua, their own son. And William Ruto betrayed Rigathi Gachagua. And according to People's Daily newspaper, Fred Matiang'i is among the presidential candidates we are having in the country 2027. Now, William Ruto fears that if Mount Kenyans will officially endorse Fred Matiang'i as their candidate, he believes that Mount Kenyans might block Fred Matiang'i. But what about Ukambani? What about Kisumu? What about Rift Valley? Matiang'i should also know how to calculate his own political movement, because the State House is ready to pounce on him, is ready to revenge on him, is ready to block him as he is preparing for 2027. And he must prepare for political raid, according to the newspaper. The UD administration might plan even raiding him because they don't want any obstacle ahead of them 2027. And now, because ground is hostile, ground is not favoring William Ruto, he must do anything as he can as a president to ensure no one defeat him 2027. Fellow Kenyans, let us dig deep into this, the battle between William Ruto and Fred Matiang'i on our political discussion. We want to frame it here. Why do you think People's Daily newspaper is now exposing State House move on Fred Matiang'i? But before I carry on, ladies and gentlemen, as usual, I want to take this golden chance to appreciate you. Thank you for your continued support in this channel, because if it was not your support, then this channel could have not reached where it is as per now. If you are watching for the first time, having interest to proceed with this kind of political discussion, just take a 1 second and click that notification bell and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, we are on a road trip of 8K subscribers, as we made a promise to ourselves. At the end of this month, we're gonna make it. Then what happened? Not a demand, but a request, because many of you actually, you are really doing a great job in this broadcast. And I don't want to mention the name because I have many of my friends. You are really doing a great job by correcting me. Some of you are even asking my voice. Yesterday, the video clip which I did late night wasn't feel okay. I was having some throat problem. But such is life. In life, you must have challenges. Anyway, you see, William Ruto, Fred Matiang'i, and Fred Matiang'i, they are among the presidential candidates we are having in the country 2027. Now, William Ruto fears that if Mount Kenyans will officially endorse Fred Matiang'i as their candidate, he believes that Mount Kenyans might block Fred Matiang'i. But the I hate how our politicians are now behaving. And if I start with William Ruto, he's supposed to be cool and not ready for leadership greediness. If you have that leadership greediness, you will end up doing nothing. And that is why today, many parts in the Republic of Kenya, we have no roads which are okay at all. Because they are only there for power. The only things which rings in their mind is power. Now, when I compare Matiang'i and William Ruto, Matiang'i is more smart than William Ruto. That is the fact, based on what we call work development. Matiang'i did very well when he was interior CS, as compared to Murkomen Onesimus, my friend who is sleeping in interior docket. Matiang'i did well when he was education CS, didn't he? Before was given to the late George Professor Magoha, and may his soul rest in peace, because him also did the best. That is the fact. And that is why many Kenyans can give Matiang'i chance. And even Maraga is also another headache. He also did well. So the two gentlemen from Guziland are performance. They are performance. But now, because William Ruto is also ready to do away with any obstacle, he must plan on how to attack this person, because he fears him. He knows that this man is going to disturb me. I have put Raila Odinga aside. Kalonzo is someone whom I cannot compete with. But what about Fred Matiang'i? Fred Matiang'i is loved by many Kenyans. He is loved by many youths. If he has not even raised his voice to campaign publicly as William Ruto is doing, up and down, Matiang'i is silenced, but the ground is really moving very fast on him. Now, what if he come out in publicly and start campaigning? How will William Ruto feel? And that is why they are deciding they must be raided, he must be disturbed, sorry. The State House must go for him, to block him, because he has something which might derail President Ruto not to get another chance. Because Ruto is only waiting for 2027, we go for election after 12 hours, whichever the hours it is. The IBC chairman, which will be there, must announce him. And that is the fact. It will remain the same way, that way. So any person competing with William Ruto must also be keen. He must also be cunning. Wakihesabu wanahesabu, wakitangaza wanatangaza, kwa sababu kwa ukweli ground ni kubaya kwake. Wenye wanasema yeye tosha ni wachache kushinda wenye wanasema Matiang'i tosha. Not that I'm campaigning for Matiang'i, but I'm just trying to weigh my political analysis. So William Ruto has a long way to go as compared to Fred Matiang'i. Matiang'i have never been heckled anywhere. William Ruto have been heckled anywhere, many places, and he don't care. He is in fact smiling and feeling that heckling is making him to be very much comfortable in the office. What a shame as a president are we having in this country. He was supposed to come out vividly and ask Kenyans, why are you heckling me? Is there anything wrong I've done? Then he rectify. That is what we call leadership, true characteristic. You see, now the People's Daily newspaper is revealing that Ruto is now concentrating on Fred Matiang'i. As much as he's going to cool the people in the mountain, he knows very well that these are the people supporting Matiang'i. We must do away with them and cool them. So he has started his battle, and the game might not be yet over. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your take? Bye-bye.